Hello, I am Spider-Man. And today, we're gonna be answering yung favorite subject natin sa Seleno, which is PSAD. So, as you can see guys, sabi ko dito, similar to March 2026, lumabas ito sa amin guys. Pero, I added an extra step para lang mas comprehensive yung discussion natin ngayon. No? So, let me read the problem. A sign is supported by a pole of hollow circular cross-section as shown in the figure. The pole has an outer diameter of 240 mm, 240, and a thickness of 12. It is subjected to a wind pressure of 2 kPa, 2 kilopascals. Considering wind force acting at the signage only, number one, determine the maximum shear stress. So, I added an extra step guys para mas comprehensive yung discussion natin. In the actual board exam, yung pinakuha lang nito is force. Pero ginawa kong stress para lang mas mataas yung solution natin, no? So, una, guys, ano ba tong wind pressure of 2 kilopascals? And sabi dito, yung wind force acting at the signage only. So, sa signage lang yan, guys. No? Imagine, may wind force dyan. So, kilopascal kasi yan. So, naka-square yan, guys. Kasi kilonewton per meter square yan. So, imagine nyo lang na ganito. And hindi yan upward guys ha, papunta yan sa inyo. Papunta yan sa inyo kasi 2D plane yung photo natin. So imagine na lang na itong forces natin is papunta sa iyo. Tapos since meron tayong wind pressure na 2 kilopascal, pwede natin kunin yung resultant dyan. No. Resultant dyan is ito lang. Itong R. Let me remove the doodles na. Ito lang yung R. So, ano ba yung R? Let's calculate, no? Yung R natin, or yung resultant ng wind pressure, is basically just 2 kilopascal times the width and the height, 3 meters and 1 meter. So, 2 times 3 times 1, makukuha na natin yung resultant, which is 6 kilonewtons, no? So, since may resultant na tayo, alam na natin ano yung force dito. And actually guys, wala kasing nilagay dito na weight ng sign, so we neglect the weight of the signage. May ibang problems kasi na may weight yung signage, so may downward pa siya. And ito guys hindi ito upward guys, papunta yan sa'yo. Again, 2D plane to, so itong force, hindi yan upward, papunta yan sa'yo. So, ngayon, since kailangan natin kunin yung shear stress, saan ba yung shear stress dyan guys? So, tingnan natin to guys. Ito yung view natin sa taas. Top view to guys. So imagine ito yung hollow circular pole. Tapos ito yung signage. No? And as you can see, yung resultant ng wind pressure natin is ayan. Tapos as you all know guys, yung shear stress natin, sliding yan. Sliding. Sliding no. So since sliding yan guys, dapat yung resultant force and yung shear force natin is parallel. Kasi sliding parallel. So imagine guys, ito yung shear stress natin. Top view to guys Siyempre, pag dito guys, tingnan natin, para lang yung paganto. Imagine lang guys, sa baba yan guys, papunta sa'yo. Hindi yan upward. Sa baba yan, papunta sa'yo. Yan yung vertical. Yan yung shear force natin. No? So, since alam na natin yan, again, sliding to, alam na natin yan, pwede na natin makuha yung shear force. So, summation lang tayo ng forces. Since opposite lang to, automatic, V equals the resultant of the wind pressure lang. So, V equals 6 kilonewtons. So, ito na yung sagot sa board exam actually. Ito yun yung sagot. Pero gusto ko kasing ma-extra step tayo. So, sabi dito guys, determine the maximum shear stress. And the common confusion guys, no, when it comes to shear stress, is ano daw formula yung gagamitin. So in this case guys, yung formula na gagamitin natin actually is VQ over IB. Bakit? Di ba dalawa yan? FV equals V over A, tsaka itong VQ over IB. Yang VQ over IB guys, yan yung shear stress. Basta point specific. Point specific. Meaning, may point siya. Isa dyan yung maximum shear stress or yung shear stress at point blank. Diba? Yung maximum shear stress guys, yan lang yung shear stress at the extreme most part ng cross-section natin. So hanggang dito yan, 'di ba? VQ over IB lang yan eh. Pwede din kasi natin kunin yung shear stress lang dito. 'Di ba? So point specific na siya guys. Pero yung sasabihin lang is shear stress, ito yung gagamitin natin. Pero since again, point specific siya, sabi niya maximum VQ over IB. Tapos hollow circular cross-section to guys, 'di ba? 'Di ba may formula yan? Which is 4V over 3A times 1 plus DD over D squared plus D squared. Yung small d dyan guys, yan yung uh, inner diameter. So since 240 itong outer diameter natin and yung thickness natin is 12, alam natin na yung inner diameter natin is ano ba? 12 plus 12, 24, 240 minus 24 equals to 16. Actually, meron din tong approximation formula guys, which is 2V over A. Pero I refrain from using this kasi approximation to. So there's some problems na merong discrepancy. Pero in this case naman guys, same lang yung makukuha niyong answer, no? So let's input the variables, no? So yung V natin, naka-KN kasi ito guys. Tapos yung dimensions natin is naka-mm. So dapat gawin natin siyang Newton para maging MPa. So yung 6 kilonewtons is equal to 6,000 newtons. Tapos 3 times yung area. Yung area natin, pi over 4 times 240 squared minus 216 squared. Which is yung outer diameter square minus yung inner diameter square. Times 1 plus yung d, outer diameter, yung small d, inner diameter. So substitute lang yan guys. Yung makukuha natin is FV equals 1.39 MPa. So yan yung answer. So ito yung answer natin guys. Yan lang guys yung shear stress. Dapat mo lang talaga ma-envision dito, no? Imagine again, hindi ito upward, papunta yan sa iyo. So for our next problem, determine the maximum bending stress. Okay. So bending na siya guys. Ang problem talaga when it comes to combined loadings or combined stresses is nalilito yung estudyante saan yung bending tsaka saan yung twisting, yung torsion. Imagine lang guys na yung y-axis natin papunta sa'yo. Papunta sa'yo yung y-axis natin which is parallel sa mga force natin, sa shear natin and sa resultant force ng wind pressure. So since parallel yan guys, no, walang perpendicular distance. Pag may ano diyan, walang perpendicular distance pag mag-moment tayo diyan. 'Di ba? Kasi parallel. Parallel pag ganyan. Tapos imagine, yan din yung axis natin papunta din sa iyo. Yung moment natin pag ganyan. So wala siyang moment arm. Pero imagine guys, ito guys. Imagine if ito yung x-axis natin. Tapos ito yung z-axis natin. Imagine lang guys ha. Yan yung x. Yan yung x. Imagine ito yung x natin. Tapos mag-moment ka dyan. Mag-moment ka dyan. Tapos imagine yung force guys is dito sa likod ng ulo mo. Di ba pag may force dyan, mabibend ka forward. Mabibend ka forward guys. Tapos meron na din siyang meron na din siyang moment arm. Di ba? From force dito, galing dito, meron siyang perpendicular distance. So meron na siyang moment arm. Tsaka, alam natin na bending yan. Kasi nabibend ka forward. And imagine guys, if sa Z tayo titingin. If magmo-moment tayo sa Z, imagine, yung axis natin is ito. Tapos dito, yung resultant force ng wind. Di ba? Pag may force dyan, matitwist ka. May twisting mangyayari. So yan yung twisting, yan yung torsion. So alam na natin guys, na yung moment pala is dito. Tapos yung torsion is dito. So alam na natin yung moment and torsion. And bakit ba ina-identify ko yung torsion? Kasi yan yung kunin natin sa number 3. Spoilers alert. So mag-summation moment tayo, no? First, tingnan natin yung perpendicular distance. Again, yung resultant ng wind pressure, guys, papunta yan sa'yo. So yung vertical distance relative sa x-axis, hindi vertical distance, yung perpendicular distance is 8.5 meters. No? So, by moment, di ba, force times distance lang yan, 6 times 8.5, yung makukuha natin is 51 kilonewton meters. Tapos since gusto kasing pinakuha is bending stress, 'di ba? Yung bending stress formula natin, MC over I lang yan. MC over I. So, by substituting, no, yung M natin, gagawin natin yung Newton mm para maging MPa. Yung C, guys, yan lang yung radius. Yan yung C. Tapos yung inertia natin for circles is pi over 64 times diameter raised to 4. Pero since hollow to, i-minus natin yung inner diameter. Kaya 240 raised to 4 minus 216 raised to 4. And if we calculate that, guys, yung makukuha natin 109.27 megapascal. So, ito yung answer. No. So, next, dito guys, determine the maximum torsional shear stress. So dito na natin magagamit yung torsion, no? And actually guys, dito sa torsion usually or kahit sa bending, pero dito sa signage part, dito halos sa number 3 matatrap yung mga takers natin. So sa measurement moment tayo, una alamin natin yung perpendicular distance, no? Guys, dapat always guys, pag combined stresses, papuntang centroid yan guys. San ba yung centroid natin? Di ba dito? San ba papunta yung 3 meters lang? Dito lang. So, dapat yung perpendicular distance natin, hindi 1.5 meters. Kasi yung iba, 6 kn na resultant times 1.5 meters, yan yung torsion nila. Di ba makukuha nyo answer dito guys? Trap na kayo dyan. Yung distance niyan guys is 1.62, which is 1.5 plus 0.24 over 2. Diba? 0.24 over 2 is 0.12. Kaya 1.62 meters. Yan yung perpendicular distance natin. Papuntang centroid yan eh. Papuntang centroid ng pole. Diba? So, since alam natin na 1.62 meters yan, kasi again ito, half na to, yan yung 0.12. Since meron na tayong perpendicular distance, makukuha na natin yung torsion, yung torque natin, which is same lang na moment, force times distance. So 6 times 1.62, yung makukuha natin is 9.72 kilonewton meters. Tapos since pinakuha is torsional shear stress, alam natin, dapat torsional shear stress to. Torsional. Uy, bakit may H? Aray mo! Torsional shear stress. So, ito yung formula, guys. Tender juicy. Diba? Yung torsional shear stress is tender juicy lang. So, equate natin, substitute natin yung mga values natin, yung 9.72, gawin lang natin Newton mm. Kaya, 9.72 times 10 raised to 6. Yung E, guys, function yan actually ng calculator. Yung katabi ng ans, may EXP dyan, yan yung E. Matic nyo yan, times 10 na yan. Tapos yung katabi is yung exponent. So, R natin guys, radius, same lang yan sa C. Actually, kasi maximum. So, 240 over 2 pa rin. Tapos yung J guys, di ba? Alam natin yung J equals IX plus IY. So, since pi over 64 yung IX, tapos yung IY is the same lang, pi over 64. So, mangyayari 2 pi over 64. Kaya, nagiging pi over 32. Yan yung formula dito ng polar moment of inertia natin. So, pi over 32 times 240 raised to 4 minus 216 raised to 4. So, yung answer natin is 10.41 megapascal. So, ito yung answer natin. So, ganyan lang guys. Apaka-basic nito guys. Nung lumabas to sa boards, ito lang stress, ito lang forces. Di ba? Ang dali lang. Dapat lang talaga hindi ka matrap dito sa torsion. Tsaka, baka din na gawing trap ni ma'am is yung answer ng torsional shear stress is andito din sa bending stress. So, baka lang guys. Pero, ang laki kasi ng perpendicular distance ng ng bending natin. So, alam natin na mas malaki talaga yung bending. No? So, ganyan lang guys. Subscribe, no? Subscribe for more videos. I will be uploading this week pa rin. Next is yung three-moment equation siguro na integral. So, make sure to also follow my other socials, my Facebook account, and TikTok. Tsaka if you want to join din my Discord, doon tayo magtutulong-tulungan. So, that's all. See you in the next video.